I have a very interesting story to share. I went to study in an eco-village and took my child with me, asking the master to turn him into a spiritual person, a true warrior. The master allowed me to take my son with me and did everything necessary for our development. I myself began to change significantly, acquiring knowledge unknown to people. Permission was given to transmit this secret knowledge to the worthy ones. I was entrusted with the responsibility of determining who is open to it and how much knowledge they could absorb. Often during meditations, great masters of humanity would come. They gave advice and taught in dreams. Over the past month, meetings with the master became frequent. It was from these encounters that a new view of the world, of people's problems, began to take shape. During this time, I learned that my son began to develop very quickly. He acquired the gift of prophecy. People started turning to him for help, for predictions of the future. The master hid nothing from me. He showed how being in the flow of divine power changes a person. After all, before the trip to the eco-village, the child had been sick for a long time and had been declared disabled with brain damage by doctors. And here is such an event, where medicine was powerless, but divine power and the great egregore work wonders. I prayed for the master, for the teachers, for all the disciples, wishing everyone to achieve enlightenment. My development accelerated even more. Work with karma began. The secrets of magic and shamanism were revealed, and most surprisingly, I began to understand astrology. But then I encountered a stumbling block. Along with knowledge, a false identity awakened within me. My ego whispered to me every day that God was not involved, and I and my child are developing on our own. I gradually began to believe this. At this time, a new album of divine chants was released, warning about the possibility of awakening the ego. But that's not the main thing. You need to work with ego. And it's wonderful that you see your weaknesses and have something to work on. But when strength is exhausted, expressing distrust in divine power leads to death. I miss that advice. I began to think more and more about my prodigy child, completely forgetting what a wimp he was before coming to the eco-village. I started hearing reports that the child was getting sick and constantly saying, "Let me go, don't hold me." I didn't realize he was talking to me. My false and unnecessary concern for him led him to suffering. After all, I entrusted him to God, and now I don't trust him. Lord. The child got worse, and I thought about him more and more. A chain reaction occurred. I couldn't handle my selfish suffering and brought him home, even though he begged me not to. As soon as I got home, the child got very sick. He was taken to intensive care. Doctors just shrugged. There is no such diagnosis. I started to think hard. I randomly turned on the album of divine chants. From the first words, everything became clear to me.
You are my awakening. Looking at you drives my fears away. But my seconds, disappears in them will clean overnight. If I'm losing my mind, or maybe reality out of sight, I love you so softly. I know just you are forever with me. I walked around like crazy.
I bowed in prayer, trying to open my heart, but it was difficult. I placed pictures of the Holy Master and all the teachers in front of me, and it became easier. Tears flowed like a river from my eyes to my heart. Grace arose. I saw the Master in prayer, and I joined in. My sister called right away from the hospital saying that a miracle happened to the child. He opened his eyes, ripped out the IV drip from his hand, and said, "Mom understood everything." "What did you understand?" my sister asked me. Even more tears flowed from my eyes. "This is divine power. Thank you." Yes, lately the struggle of dark powers for people's consciousness has intensified. It is very difficult for those who begin to doubt the greatness of divine power of the great egregore, because a person's ego and the powers of darkness are relatives. As long as a person trusts divine power, prays, participates in egregore meditations, attends group sessions in their city, they feel a state of divine grace. And even in difficult moments, if a person first remembers God, help immediately comes to them. But if a person begins to indulge their weak parts, then the ego kicks in. It's hard for me and no one will support me. Such a person turns into a vampire. Therefore, a person cannot receive undeserved energy. But if they open up to divine power in prayer, then they receive what they need. It's that simple, as long as a person maintains faith and serves the light. When faith is lost, darkness takes over the person. They become possessed. This state in Christianity is called possession. And if a demon possesses a person, these are very serious diseases from a medical point of view, which today are not treated by doctors, and few healers will take on their healing. The more possessed people on earth, serving the powers of darkness, the faster the end of the world approaches. Armageddon, with its new incurable diseases and inhuman suffering. This woman was very lucky to realize her mistake in time. First, please God. Take all that is not good for us as our sacrifice, as we don't need this anyway. And when the gold starts to shine, give it to me. It's mine. This is my ego, and it is the number one enemy of man. It's Satan's first relative. Always remember that God gives and takes, and we use all this temporarily, whether it's things, situations, or relatives. So be aware. Do not create evil on earth. Do not indulge the powers of darkness. Do not bring the end of the light closer with your disbelief in the great divine power, in the spiritual egregore. Do not blaspheme against the Holy Spirit.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.